Mhm.
Wonderful. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. And we have people joining from coast to coast, from continent to continent, from pole to pole, from inside and outside. Welcome, everybody. It's been an exciting week. If you haven't heard, or if you have heard, or if you participated, or where you are following everything that's happening with Ancient Secrets. There's a lot to share. But first, I think I read the disclaimer? Is that okay? Yes, I'm getting a nod from Cornelia. So I didn't come to teach you. I came to love you. Love will teach you. Welcome to the Global Miracle Call. And disclaimer: the information shared on this call is intended for educational purposes only and is not meant to diagnose or treat any medical or emotional condition. Please see the medical disclaimer in the beginning pages of Ancient Secrets Master Healer of this book here, or on our official website, myancientsecrets.com. Always, that means always, talk to your doctor before making any health related changes, and we'll correct that typo by next week. All right, well, welcome everybody. And we so great. Do we go straight into announcements here, or do we over to Katie for what we've been having? I'll just give one little snippet about what's happened this last week. We had uh, lots of you and some that are not here participate in a call for how the community is growing, evolving, and presenting on the planet, and how we can continue to uh, expand the community and also deepen the community so that there's much more happening. And I know that, well, I won't say more. I'll pop over to Katie for continuing from here.
Okay, so I'm so excited that everybody's here. What Michael said is absolutely true, that exciting things are happening. So for our announcements for this week, um, we're going to see the Marma for the week is Marma for headache. And we have the winter solstice 7-day gentle detox coming up, which is was created by Carol specifically for people who have digestive challenges, but really is for anyone. And it's a great opportunity to kind of clean the temple and in preparation for the holidays. And that will be starting December 14th through the 20th. So we'll end on the solstice. And there is an early bird price of $67 with a code GD early bird that's there up on the screen. And also, all of this is always in the email newsletter. And so you can find that link there as well. We are going to have an Ancient Secrets family reunion in Ashland in June at Jackson Wellsprings, where we've been before, which was just such a fabulous facility. And that will be June 1st through 5th at 6th. Wait, sorry. I confused myself. 1st through 5th. And yeah, family reunion and registration for that is open now. Upcoming Mystical Nepal trips, the November one is sold out. There are a few spots available for the trip in March, from March 1st to the 8th. And there are spots available for next October 9th through 15th. And you can reserve a spot with a down payment. We have our self-guided courses that are recorded and you can start anytime. And those are the Ancient Secrets 101, the Ancient Secrets 100-day course, the self-supported 7-day and 30-day detox, although that's a little bit of a misnomer because there actually is some support for that if you wish. Um, and we have a new clinic that will be coming soon in Nepal, and that's exciting. And the collection number 3 of Love, Music, and Poetry Project for our kids and the bridge program and the orphanages is out and available now. So Jerem and many others have done a beautiful job of putting together just a fabulous collection. And that is available. And then the big announcement is we have a really nice message from Dr. Clint that is super exciting. And so let's go to that.
Hey, welcome to the Global Healing Miracle Call. I wanted to join you live, but obviously I'm on a flight right now. But I wanted to thank you. I want to thank you, so many of you, for showing up with such short notice to talk about what is the future of the Ancient Secrets community, which is your community. It's what we're co-creating together. Thank you, many others who filled out that form and answered the 4 questions. We had such great meetings this week that touched my heart. I feel renewed and more excited than ever. And if you haven't had a chance yet to fill out those 4 questions, we're still in discovery and discussions. And so maybe Cornelia or someone can post that link. We want to know your response to those questions because this is yours. And also, you're here on the Sunday call. You're showing up for yourself and for each other in a way that is profound, and I've never ever seen happen like this on the planet. So let's see what we can do together to make this world a healthier and happier place. I'm excited for Michael to share today, and most importantly for letting love guide you. That's one of the things that I love so much about this community, and I've never seen like ever, is that no matter who's speaking, we're listening to love. I love you and I'm with you.
Well, thank you, Dr. Clint. And I think Cornelia is going to be posting that link here for us. And Shifra, see your comment that you missed. And what is the good news about that is you didn't miss anything, that you can still put your comments. And please, everybody, if you did or didn't, especially if you didn't, put your comments in this worksheet on the link that's coming up. There's 4 questions for the community that they're being all of them are being read and assimilated into the future of what Ancient Secrets is, because it's us, and this community is about you, about me, about all those other pictures on that Brady Bunch cube, if you're looking at it that way, of all of us. And community is a beautiful thing. It's not easy to build community, but this is such an amazing, powerful community that has created such an impact in so many people's lives. One of the first questions that we all answered was, what would happen if this community went away? And it caused a little bit of a shock in all of us of, what are you talking about, Willis? And we're not going to let that happen. But it's by us showing up, and I don't show up all the time, but I love that the community is here and ongoing, that you're here, and that we're building this together from all around the world. And what a beautiful example this is for global coherence. And one of the things that I would like to talk about are and so you can see the link there, and Vinod, you'll be able to participate, and Linda from Mount Shasta. And it's so good to see everybody, and some people we've met in person, some people I've met just here on the Brady Bunch cube, and in 2D instead of 3D. And it's all of us that makes this possible. So congratulate yourself for being here, but also thank you for being here as well. It's what makes the community a community, and I don't know. I'm just gonna say it. I've got some favorites. I know I shouldn't play favorites, but whenever I see Belle, I sure do feel like woohoo. Well, today, that what I'd like to talk about is from page 10 on in the book, and I'll just read the verse and give a little context for it here, And the background of this quote that you see on the screen, it's when Dr. Clint was talking about some very personal things about his sister that took her life, and Denise, and how from a very young age that impacted his life for finding meaning. And the quote says, "Why is life worth living? Am I present enough for people I love? Am I spending whatever time I have doing things that really matter? Am I living my life in a way that is worthwhile?" And I think many of you know about my story about coming into the Ancient Secret community was at a very um, profound time in my life. I had just lost my brother to a cardiovascular event, and doing the 30-day detox saved my life, has extended my life. And I've since become, it's been 5 years since then, since May 12th, 2020 is when my brother passed. And um, that actually is the same day that I had ordered this book on Amazon earlier in the day. And, uh, some people say they believe in coincidences, some people don't. I guess it doesn't really matter if you do or don't, but the 30-day detox that I did reversed all of my cardiovascular risk factors. And maybe some of you have seen the graphic of what shocked my doctor. He said, "How did you do that?" I'm like, "You're the doctor. You should tell me to do this." And Western medicine didn't have the type of answers that the ancient secrets seem to provide for us. And it's it's been quite a journey over the last 5 years. I remember marking the day when I had lived as long as my brother, and now I'm my older brother's older brother. I've outlived him by nearly 2.5 years. So I'm on free time. This is bonus time for me. And maybe you're on bonus time too in your life. But I really want to lean into this question of why are you here? And let's just start off with this call. If you want to raise your hand, why are you here today spending your time on Zoom? And what is it that there's an infinite number of things that you could be doing, but you're here. And if just take I mean, we could all probably talk for an hour on this, but just to share one or two ideas quickly with the group of what it is that makes this worth your your life's energy and time here today. So if you would just want to raise your hand, and Shifra will go to you first. If you will
Yeah.
unmute.
Um, Hi, I'm here because I feel that people here have been so genuinely loving to me and to others. I came on years ago and out of nowhere, and suddenly people were just like angelic helping me in my life. I'm much less angry than I was before. I'm a lot happier. I let go of a relationship that was really destructive. I'm healthier. I've gained weight. I'm up at almost 145 pounds, which I'm really happy about. I'm just much happier. I'm doing a lot of things that I enjoy. I've connected. I've made some really, really dear friends in this community who are like so precious to me. And I just feel like, when you share, people just show so much love. I mean, when I read the poem, there was just so much love shown. And I feel that this kind of a community where it crosses international borders. We're in such incredibly hard times. So if based on how the world is doing, I was, if that was how I was doing, it wouldn't be very good. But I'm doing well, and then I'm in a better position. And just the emphasis on being there for homeless people. I'm at the synagogue. There's 2 minutes away is like 5 minutes away is like homeless central. And so, I was able to give people a little money and a little food. And it just really, I don't know, it's just made my life so much worthwhile.
That's
And
so beautiful, Shifa.
and care here. Thank you.
So beautiful, and I love the paradox. I mean, so many people are trying to lose weight. You're like, I'm so glad I gained weight with this program, and that you can find what you're looking for, and we have that natural state of being. I lost weight. I lost like 30 pounds when I did the detox. So, we're all in different places and need different things in our lives. And Ariana,
Hi, Michael. Good to see you. Yeah.
good to see you.
So the first thing that drew me in was the book, of course, and the natural remedies and da 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 da, all of that. But the next thing that drew me in was I started coming to the webinars and the community drew me in. And for me, it was like I've done a lot of spiritual work in my life, and it's like I kept asking, what's next? Come on, I want what's next. And this was what was next. And really, to me, it's all about the opening of the heart. And to me, that's the answer to everything. Love is the answer to everything, and love in a broad spectrum kind of way. So that's why I'm here, and that's all I have to say.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And anyone else like to share why you're here today with everybody?
I
Lenora,
will. I, oops, sorry. Go ahead.
can you unmute? There we
Yeah,
go.
thank you. Thanks for reminding. No competition. Well, I am really here. I'm try to come most Sundays, but these last 2 days will just absolutely um, very igniteful. They ignited much more in me that was slumbering, and it's a terrific opportunity to give feedback to Clinchy. And I wrote my report, and I encourage everybody to give their feedback in that Google form that is listed there. It's a milestone in the life of Ancient Secrets, I feel, and also a pivoting point. It's an opportunity where we can speak our mind. It's a safe space always, but this is especially pronounced this time. And I came for that reason, just to encourage others to join the momentum, which is so real, powerful. And
Mm,
I want to express the spontaneity of Clinchy, of calling this. Yeah, we dropped everything. Those who got the notice in time, sometimes I don't check in time, but it was miraculous how I was able to participating in two calls, and it bonded. It added glue to the community in ways that will be shared in the future more, because some things are also delicate, and in the evolution of an organization and of a body of an organism like that, um, discretion is also a virtue. We touched on that. And so I am just leaning into what wants to happen while I have a bunch of stuff on my own drawing board for Ancient Secrets. So thanks for giving me a voice to speak here.
oh, thank you. And Katie,
Well, I'm here because of that kind of enthusiasm and excitement and all of the love and support and hope that we give to each other. And I love that no matter what is going on for anybody, if you're like Shifra said, I remember when she first showed up and Shifra, you really were so angry, and now you're such an important, vital part of this community. And what it really comes down to succinctly why I show up on the Sunday calls is because it makes my heart happy.
that's beautiful. And Pamela, okay, Pamela's my favorite too.
Um, you know, I was listening to Carolyn Mace last night, and she said she wanted to focus on three words, and the three words all is one. And I am so excited that we finally reached a time in mankind where it's not about us individually anymore. We are now receiving the light, if you will, to understand that it's all of us creates the light. It's like each one of us is a ray of light. You put that together, you have a sun, sunshine. So, and I'm also extremely excited that now it's time for collective to come together and to create things that individually we are unable to do so. So that is happening, and I am thrilled to see it happen. And besides that, Michael, I love family reunions, and this is just one of my other families. So that's why I'm here.
Ah, beautiful. Thank you so much. And and then we get to hear from Belle too next.
Oh my God, Michael. I mean, really, how good can we stand it? I mean, just to have Leonora, start share and Katie. I mean, the infection and how did I get to Ancient Secrets from hearing Clint speak on Hope Fitzgerald's website? I mean, her back in December of 2021, something like that, and I was like, where do I find you? Where are you? Just following the breadcrumbs from the infectious like message that we just got from Clint. And I think that his ability to continue to grow and unfold and allow space and encourage all of us to step up in the name of love. I mean, how good can we stand it if it's like I didn't come to teach you, I came to love you. Love will teach you. I mean,
Mm,
it is that what was being spoken to this that Pamela spoke to the unity. I mean, it's it has room for all of us. We're all very different and we have our own little gifts and what we came here to do and how we're doing it or not doing it or like it, and there's room in this community for all of it with a capital A and a capital O and a capital I, all of it. And I
mm,
think that that's just, you know, when people say, "What's the world you're out to create, or are you imagining now?" It's this world. It's this world where there's room for everybody, everybody, and I just, yeah, and it will grow and unfold and continue to kind of have us jaw dropped about what's available when we can come together in the name of love. So, yeah, thank you. It's just really sweet. It's sweet. And kind of like you, Katie. I mean, I can't imagine not starting I'm in the West, my Sunday morning out with without, sitting in prayer and healing for the world with other golden angels or others of us in the community, and then moving to this hour, and then sometimes staying on for the breakouts. It's a very special part of kicking out the week on a Sunday morning with Ancient Secrets. Could be called by other names, doesn't matter. It's really the spirit that calls me.
that's so beautiful. And yeah, imagine a community that exists on how healthy can people be? What's the healthiest version of you? Sadhguru said the greatest gift that any of us can give the world is to present ourselves at the peak of our well-being. And what if these ancient secrets help us to achieve that peak of our well-being? Well, they do, and I'm gonna just drop in the chat in case anyone hasn't seen it, the graphic that I put together for my doctor about the transformation I had. But definitely want to get to Luke and to Robin. Robin Lee. So Luke.
It's been 4 years since I read the book and came to the Ancient Seekers community, and no exaggeration, this has been a life-altering 4 years for me. I've been involved in spiritual practice and study for 45 years and with other communities with two enlightened teachers. I'm in two others right now, but honestly, nothing has compared to the authentic love that we feel here. There's just nothing that even comes close to what we have going on here and the way we express authentic love. And like what's already been said, these weekly calls that we have is something I look forward to. I never miss, and my life would not be the same without it. In the very first question of the four questions, what would life be like without ancient secrets? For me, it would literally be like losing a limb, because I'd be losing something that is so incredibly important to me. And I know that so many people here feel the same way. So I'm just kind of repeating what other people have said, but it's been such an important part of my life. And a big part of it is the love we share, the healing modalities we share with one another. It's priceless. And I just love this place and I love everybody here. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Luke. And thank you for sharing your trip to Nepal so extensively and in such exquisite detail, and the YouTube video you've made, and to take that with us all. And I mean that's really what we're doing, is sharing our life energy, the time of our life, and the more we connect with people, the greater our joy is just from that connection that we have. And Robin Lee, the longevity.
Yeah, so when Belle said like I can't imagine not being able to wake up on a Sunday morning and start my call outs. That's one of the reasons that I volunteer to be on the tech to help this call happen, is because when it was, for a while it was looking like it was going to be a paid membership thing and new people would only come once a month. And I'm like, this is to me one of the biggest opportunities that people can experience what love can do, what simple nutritional things and Marma can do. And I want people everywhere to know that there are possibilities that they don't know exist that could help them to relieve their suffering emotionally, mentally, physically, everything. And like this is where I add to my bank of miracles that I share stories, is because of the stories that I hear on this call and the transformations that people get. And I love being able to add those stories to my what's possible for people. And it changes people's lives when I talk about it out in the world in my talks and stuff. So definitely, as a minimum, we're keeping the Sunday call. Even if I need to learn how to do the Facebook share thing, which I have never figured out properly.
Well, don't worry. You'll have a lot of time as a longevity strategist to figure that out, and you'll master it. And there's so many great comments coming in the chat too. But Mary, over to you.
Oh, everyone. When I see you, it brightens my day and my week. I've been pretty much here from the beginning, I have to say, and watching this group grow and the metamorphosis of all the changes and everything that everyone's gone through, and what a support. This is like a family reunion for me as well. I mean, I feel something for just about everyone I see here. If I've met you in person, which was just the biggest blessing to me, or not, I feel like, no matter what, we're a family. Lately, I haven't been able to make every call because I'm in another class. I'm in two actually that unfortunately they schedule at the same time as my job. But when I miss it, I miss that feeling of being with everyone, and my heart is with you always. So I'm hoping that we can continue, and however it goes, and whatever I can, contribute, I'm happy to do. But I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for everything that you contribute and for all the love. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Marion. Thank you for those beautiful
Yeah.
flowers over your shoulder,
Ah,
and uh, just
yeah.
showing up. That's so important for community. Just showing up. I know I could do a better job of that, but you
Right.
know, but uh, just being here for if imagine a community where nobody showed up. Well, it wouldn't be much of a community at all.
I know.
So just showing up is the work of community. Linda, I saw you made a comment earlier. You were checking in with someone about what to share. So now we're excited to hear what you and they have to say.
Yeah, consider this my very informal TED Talk given in my pajamas. I haven't yet had my daily bath for today, and I promised I would hold it down at 5 minutes to make more room for other VIPs. Why am I still alive? Some of us are not suicidal. Some of us love life far more than we love the idea of dying at 60 years old. That's me. I turned a big 60 last July, and you ASMH friends are one of the reasons why I am still alive. You saved me from asthma and even worse lung conditions. Yeah, 3 years ago, 3 Christmas vacations ago, I was in a hospital suffering from something which they called acute hypoxemic respiratory failure. And I said to myself, I'm not ready to die. I could have the chance to go to India in the spring. And 3 months later, I did go to India in the spring with my friends Sandra and Marcus Ray and roughly 20 other like minded followers. And going to Babaji's ashram in northern India was totally amazing. So I consider myself as a world traveler with some street cred. That's what we call it back home in my land in the wild, wild west. And and I am currently studying first year piano for beginners at a little community college nearby. And what else am I doing? I'm going towards my degree in computer science. I got some kind of message that I might be heading the road next summer and like moving to Ashland, Oregon. But I'm a California girl. I think I will be living in the Golden State forever, or at least until the day I transition. And I get a lot of visions and some burning desires, and I can see myself giving a TED talk on creating financial miracles because I have channeled a number of financial miracles. I live on a fixed income. My spirit guide would say, fixed income. Who fixed it? Great question. Yeah, Louise Hay transitioned a number of years ago, and she started Hay House Publishing in her living room when she was 60 years old. So there's an inspiration for a possible future. And I definitely can see myself finding the courage to take my music more publicly. There are those of you who have been lucky enough to see me being Steve Perry's understudy. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street light people. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah,
Beautiful, Linda.
yeah. And is it 5 minutes yet? 1:11 left. If I need to wind down now to make room for someone else, I suppose I could.
We got to keep going with that angel number 111.
Yeah, okay, that's a good sign. Yeah, I already have some plans laid out for spring of 2026. And yeah, I would love to go to Nepal. I mean, talk about a moonshot for me. A moonshot is the early 21st term for something that is nearly impossible until it's done. And I had this vision of all these cats driving a Jeep in the capital of Nepal, which is Kathmandu. And Bob Seger's the artist who, to my knowledge, wrote and sang that Kathmandu song. Yes, I'm going to Kathmandu. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. If I ever get out of here, that's what I'm gonna do.
Beautiful.
That's the angel signal saying wind down. Thank you. I'm Linda in Mount Shasta, California. Thank you for hearing my informal TED Talk in my pajamas from outer space. I love you and I'm with you.
Thank you, Linda. I can't wait to hear your formal TED Talk and to hear all about your success and how beautiful to think about what Louise Hay did, starting where you are. And stay tuned for more to come. Rodell.
Yeah. I am grateful that Michael asked this question because it helped us to look deeper into my purpose in this community. And it reminded me why I chose to stay, grow, and open my heart here. And I remember that a year ago, this month, when I was searching for a part-time job, I prayed for something that would give me more than an income. I asked for work that carried real purpose and would help me grow as a person. And during that time, I was blessed and I was given two options with one with a regular employer and one with this community. I chose this path because I felt that here I would find meaning, growth, and a deeper calling. And today I realized that prayer was answered. And I can say that I am in the Ancient Secrets community because I found a space where wisdom, healing, and genuine human connection feel alive. And this community remind me that even in a difficult seasons, I am not alone. And there are people who believe in my strength and walk beside me with kindness and hope. And the teachings do not only guide me, they shape me and they help me rise from struggles with a calmer heart, a clearer mind, and a deeper sense of purpose. So I am very, very grateful that here in the Ancient Secrets community, I feel seen, I feel supported, and I feel encouraged to grow into the person I am meant to become. So I hope that in the long run, whatever life may bring to me, the Ancient Secrets community will always remain my family. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Rodell. So beautiful. And I've got very good news for you. You already are the man you are, and you don't need to worry about what you'll become. You know, you are doing an amazing job right here, right now, and you know, but you touched on you said something very important that actually was perfect for where I wanted to go next, and that is a little bit of a deeper question and turning to face the shadow of what Clint went through when he was sharing what he shared about his sister taking her life. I think we all have known people who have taken their life and also people who have lost their life. And Linda shared something how this community has saved her life. I shared the same thing, and I think that there's many of us on the call that could say the exact same thing, that these teachings, this community has saved your life, has saved my life. I just got chills saying that. So I want to just imagine for a minute. It's kind of almost impossible to imagine what I'm about to say. But imagine if you weren't here. Or imagine if someone else was not here. Someone who's really touched your heart in this community. Or someone that you know who's been touched by this community and these ancient secrets that has saved their life. I've thought a lot about what if my brother would have had a chance to be in this community or to do a. It almost seems ridiculous to say a 30-day mung bean detox. Would that have saved his life? Would he still be here? Had he had the chance if someone said, hey, read this book? Well, is it that simple? Is it, is it, well, for me it was. For him, I'll never know. But Rodell, you said something. We're moving into this, and then many people said this is like a family reunion and to a time of the holiday seasons, which is very happy for a lot of people, but it's really hard for many people too. And that it's something I want us to all hold, and maybe it's difficult for you too. You know, when people gather with family through the holidays, I've often made the joke in my life that you know it's great to be single, except from Thanksgiving to Valentine's, and right after Valentine's is President's Day, and then it's good to be single again. But there's so many family activities and things that are happening that you know, in that darkness where people do consider suicide or in those places. You know, Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning talked about every day you had the choice to reach out and to touch the wire and to end your life. And sometimes we can get caught in that loop of how bad things are, and the mind gets into a vortex of it just getting worse and worse. And it can spiral us down and it can spiral us up. And I just want to be really mindful of people in that vortex of being alone, of not having light in their life, and to be able to feel that there is a place like this to get recharged in and to engage in practices that uplift us in life. And some of this stuff isn't even in necessarily what happens in our head. It happens in our microbiome, in our gut. When we have leaky gut, when we have different bacteria in our gut, it can put us in a tailspin to where we become suicidal. How crazy is that? And just by changing, you know, what we're eating or the order of what we eat and having fermented foods can completely change our microbiome, to completely change the serotonin, dopamine, the scientific chemicals, bio neurotransmitters in our brain, to put us in a completely different mindset. I mean, is it really that simple? You know, can it be that simple to, you know, and I love that Viktor Frankl took on Abraham Maslow in his lifetime. And he said, Abraham, you got it all wrong. You know, it's not a pyramid. You know, there were people that didn't have food, didn't have shelter, but still had meaning in the camps, that found that they had a why to live for. You know, and one of the blue zones, I love that Robin's a longevity strategist, and from Okinawa, there's a concept of ikigai. What is your purpose for being? What is your soul's purpose for being? And the Ancient Secrets leads into this too. Why are you here? Not just on this call, but on this planet. do you know your ikigai? And part of the ikigai process is you can't go find it; it has to find you. That you need to be engaged in doing the things that you like, that you love, that light you up, that excite you, that you figure out. Maybe your ikigai is to save the world. Great. Maybe your ikigai is to tend the garden and to make sure that you have beautiful flowers over your shoulder, like we saw Mary has. Maybe it's just to touch the lives of people. I have a fun practice from a book called Prometheus Rising. Prometheus was the one who stole fire from the gods and gave it to mankind and was tortured because of it, but loved every minute of it because it was worth it. Well, the paradoxes of life. It's not just one thing. We try and figure it all out, think we've got it figured out, but I don't know of anybody who really knows what's going on. There's always a contrasting balance to these scales of life. But in Prometheus Rising, there's some fun exercises, and one of the exercises in the very first chapter, it talks about whatever the thinker thinks, the prover proves. We've got a thinker and a prover in our brains. So whatever you think, you also then have this prover that's going to either prove it right or prove it wrong. So you get to think about whatever you get to think about, but your prover is going to prove it out for you. And one of the things that the exercise says, maybe you can try this, is kind of a fun one. It said, imagine a quarter, picture a quarter in your mind and think about it. Now, your prover can prove you right. There's a quarter out there waiting for you to find, and write down today's date and then come back when you find that quarter out there and write down how many days it took you to manifest or to coincidentally find that quarter out there. I was telling people about this the next day. They're like, oh, but nobody uses money anymore. I'm like, okay, well, your prover's going to prove you. It's going to take a long time. I went to, this was on a Thursday that I read this, just about 2 weeks ago. And I started getting feedback why there's not a quarter. And I went to brunch 3 days later with my son and told him about it. And he said, I heard some places are no longer using pennies; they're rounding up to nickels. I'm like, well, that would put a lot more nickels in the field. And after brunch, we went walking. And I looked down; there was 2 nickels. I'm like, so here's 2 nickels. I gave them to him. Like, I don't need nickels; I need a quarter. And we went into Whole Foods. And we came out, and my son said, "Look, what's that?" And I said, "That's a quarter." I went and picked it up. I have it on the table right over here. And the exercise is it said, okay, now that's synchronicity. But now manifest the quarter. So create the quarter that doesn't even exist and go find that one. So it takes it to another level of finding a quarter. I haven't found that quarter yet. I haven't manifested that quarter yet. So what I started doing, I put some quarters in my pocket each day. And whenever I do, I call it quarters for kindness. When I do something kind, I drop a quarter. So if anyone else is doing the exercise in Prometheus Rising, I'm putting some more quarters out there for all of you to find. So that it just kind of works that way. But uh, Francisco, I see your hand up. Would love to hear what you have to say.
Thanks. I'll try to be brief. I'm a little bit slow in knowing what's happening with that Clint's message, but the only thing that I want to say that this is just beautiful. I came into this place, I've been more, and I'm guilty as charged, like if I was in a courtroom of being taken more than giving up. But I just want to remember that I came here because of the same situation that Clint mentions regarding his family, regarding our own family, where we went through this kind of situation. And what they said about nobody giving up, no medical doctor, all that we know regarding Clint's father, that I don't think life ends here with this that we're touching. Whether we hold a Christian view of it or whatever, but I think, at least for me, and it just started as soon as yesterday, and definitely what Schiffer has mentioned, it's so many beautiful things. Everything starts with a thought. This is just my case, just as recent as yesterday. If I start my morning eating everything that I should be eating and not eating what I shouldn't be eating, but I have a thought of anger, of resentment, of not knowing where to, of a bliss, where not knowing to fall instead of an elevated emotion, then I'm just creating and getting into that. So I just pray that this continues, because there's so much as well to do in the United States as well as in India. And if there's any way in which, I mean, the examples of Luke, the examples of Carol, Monica, so many things are just a beautiful thing. But I believe that in my case, I'm not talking about other cases, if I start my day with a gloomy picture of myself and thoughts of resentment, that's what I'm creating. That's what I'm gonna fall into it. And obviously then I wouldn't like to continue living, because life doesn't end here. Won't take more of your time.
I love that, Francisco. I think that's so beautiful. You know, you know, so many thoughts about that, about what is life, and I want to share a beautiful thought with you about that. And I just had lunch the other day with a friend of mine who's a PhD psychologist that works with people on sleep, and we were talking about how about consciousness, and I'm about to make something up. So if you think it, let your prover prove it, and you can prove it right or wrong. Doesn't matter to me, but it's just beautiful that science doesn't know where we go in deep sleep. There's three levels of consciousness. That there's waking consciousness right here in this 3D world where there's certain laws of physics that apply. In dream consciousness, there's different rules. You can walk through walls, you can teleport, things can appear and disappear. And then deep sleep, they don't know where we go. So I'm going to tell you where we go. I made this up. And there's certain faith traditions that support this, but it's believed that the soul actually leaves the body. And what if our souls go and spend time with our ancestors and those who've passed on, and those yet to be born, and those guides and souls, and you get a little bit of a pep talk, you get hugs and love, and you're like, you can't believe what's going on right now in my life, and we actually need an hour of deep sleep to flush the cerebral spinal fluid of the toxins the brain emits, just like any other cells in our body that are detoxing and eliminating the waste material of our bodies. So does the brain and the spinal column. But you don't remember it. You know why? Is your soul doesn't need a memory. It's already eternal. It's living in the eternal moment of now in Kairos.
Yeah.
Remember
now. Yeah. So sorry for interrupting, but again, I want to take the time as we're getting closer. But every day, like so, today I start doing this. The first 3 days with Dr. Wayne Dyers, that has to do with it's called 3-day minute with Dr. Wayne Dyers, and I just invite everyone to do it because it's in the now. Even I have a family that's totally depressed, family members totally depressed. But if you're in the now, and there's free will regarding where do we go, but we were created in the image of God. God is inside of us, but it's also outside of us. But I won't take more of that time. It's in the now. It's Wayne Dyers as well, a 3-day challenge.
Well, put that in
Thanks
the
for
chat if
the
you would. That would be great. I love Wayne Dyer. He's one of my all-time favorites. And I'll just wrap up here with before we go to the breakout rooms, and just want to Francisco, I think you might have been a plant for Cornelia might have put you up to this, to say what you just said. But yes, when we live in the present moment, we have a choice. And I just want to share my screen with one image. Oh, if I can. I'm not the co-host, but maybe you could make me a co-host to be able to share my screen. I can put this in the chat too. Um, there's an idea I want to just share with you. Uh, and I've maybe shared this before about being the gardener, and that we're in this beautiful garden. Some call it Eden, maybe. That and everything is exactly as it is because it is divinely unfolding in this life, and we don't fully understand it. And there's nothing to do. That's the essence of being the gardener. But you can just sit and watch the garden get full of weeds and do nothing. Or there's everything to do. And as the gardener, to accept the responsibility that comes from the freedom of being alive in this moment, that you're a divine being, that we're all co-creating and co-creating this world. This world is exactly the way that we choose collectively for it to be at our level of consciousness that is, because it is. That's where we're at as human beings. But by holding this level of vibration that we're holding in this community, and learning to trust, learning to show up, learning to be here with each other, we're developing more and more uh, of a more beautiful garden with fewer weeds, with beautiful flowers that each of you are. And as we go into this season of joy, of thanksgiving, of celebration, of uh, many faith traditions have different holidays, that we all embrace this holy life, and that every day is holy and a gift. And to what you were saying, Francisco, about the family members who are depressed, one of the things I like to do is, instead of having diagnoses for people, have holy gnosis, and know that you're holy, and to give people better labels than depressed. Maybe they have gratitude, and maybe you can help pull out their gratitude. Well, is there anything you're grateful for? And if they share something they're grateful, they say, well, have you felt this way for more than 3 days? Well, maybe you're chronically grateful. And now that you've told me, maybe it's contagious. And now you have chronic contagious gratitude, and give them a new label, and their approval will then prove that they're right. And like, oh yeah, you can hang out in that depressed and tell people how chronically depressed and you are, but what if you start giving yourself different labels and let your prover prove that you're going to be right either way? Just one's a little bit more fun than the other. So, any final thoughts or comments from our community that people would like to share? There's so many great comments. I'd love to share some of these. Go back to the garden, back to simplicity, back where we came from, back before the myth of me, back where we came from, one with the birds and bees, back before the fall, back where we're one with it all. From my song, Before the Myth of Me, Before the Illusion of Separation. You know what? Good news, Esther. We don't have to go back. We're already there. As you know. Well, go ahead, Esther. I see your hand up.
It's back to remembering that we're
Yeah.
already there and we never left, but that's the point, that the illusion of a separate me is an illusion.
And Nehemiah shared so many great things about the with me about from Kabbalah about that illusion. And Luke and Cornelia.
Well, Michael, I want to thank you for creating a call that enables all of us to express our love And this is exemplary of what I was talking about earlier. You know, especially in this world, men are not given the permission and freedom to really express love from their heart. That's just the way men are. In this community, all of us are given permission and freedom to express our love in such a beautiful way and share it with one another. And that's the beauty, that's such a great value here that we have in this community, the love that we share and the love that we express. This call right here is a perfect example of that. And I just want to thank you for creating such a call, enabling us to do that. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Luke.
And you and I are going on the Nepal trip together next October.
Wonderful. And Cornelia?
Yeah, your little graphic that you just showed about the garden, that just brought something up that I would like to share, is that we can actually kind of consider our brain and our thoughts as a garden. And the question is, what thoughts, the flowers, a good gardener would keep the flowers, all the good thoughts, but it would always tend to the weeds and get rid of those. So it's a choice every day. What are we thinking about? And that really has changed my life. And I understood that in every single moment, I can choose what I think and I can choose how I react. And being the good gardener, in my opinion, is definitely one of the tools that I use. Is it worth thinking about that, or where does it take me? And as you were saying, we can actually help people to remember the good things and ask them questions, and encourage them to all the good things that they have ever experienced. Ask them for a memory that brings them back to a happy moment in life and bring their joy back up, instead of going with them in their negative thinking and depression, to really try to get them out of that and really feed that. And the more they start actually talking about the good things that they have experienced, you can actually see them lighting up. And that is, I think, something that everyone can do in our community, particularly because we are so full of love, to help people get out of these states. And that would definitely serve mankind in a great way, if we were all helping other people to understand what a good gardener is. That's
I
me.
love that, Cornelia. That's so beautiful. And I would only add one additional uh, s- note is after you do that, just drop a quarter. In case
Okay.
anybody's looking for a quarter. Yeah, but how beautiful to help someone who's in a downward spiral to be able to spiral up instead of down. And I just want to leave with one thing, is just to an idea to about walking the high road in life is to lead from your heart, trust your gut, feed your mind, develop your body, and discover and live your soul's purpose. So thank you, everybody. I think we have breakouts next.
Can somebody write down what you just said, Michael? Because that was
I'll
so
put it in the
profound.
chat.
Oh, good, great. Thank you so much.
I've got breakout rooms set up, Cornelia.
Here, Michael, here's a quarter for you, a quarter for all of us. Woo! Very good.
Before we do the breakout rooms, we'll do the rub our hands together and tell you I love you and I'm with you.
Unmute yourself.
Love you, and I'm with
Love
you.
you,
I
and
love
I'm
you
with
and I'm
you.
with
I
Love
you.
love you,
you,
and
and
I'm
I'm
with
with
you.
you.
I love you, and I'm with
Love you
you.
and I'm with you.
Love you and I am with you.
Love you and
Love you and I am with you.
I'm with you.
I love you and I am with you.
And I'm with you.
I love you and
You
I
and
am
I'm
with
with
I'm
you.
with
you.
Love you.
you.
I love you
And
and
I'm
I
with
am with
you.
you.
Love you.
I love you and I am with you.
See you.